What's up guys, I'm Nico of CamCrunch, and today is another Film Friday video. In today's video I'm going to be reviewing a film scanner that I just picked up a week ago. It's right here behind me if you can see that. And this is a CanoScan 9000F Mark II, which I picked up because it's one of the cheapest ways you can get into scanning your own film at home. Typically, dedicated film scanners are very expensive, double or triple the price of the scanner that I picked up. But the reason why the CanoScan is cheap is because it isn't really a dedicated film scanner. It's a flatbed scanner similar to what you'd find in most places. It's like your normal scanner that you'd scan, your documents with. However, it also has an additional light source on the cover, on the roof, that lets you scan the negatives. Because when you're scanning negatives, unlike when you're scanning papers where you have the light source coming from the same side that you're recording that paper from, you need to have the paper on the opposite side shining through and then recording it on the other side of it. And this has the light source on the roof of it, on the cover of it, which lets you scan those negatives. So today I'm just going to show you guys the scanner itself, how you use it, how I use it, and show you some results at the end of this video. The CanoScan 9000F Mark II is actually a pretty large scanner. It's a lot larger than I was expecting, but you don't get too much in the box. You get the scanner itself, you get the cable to attach it to your computer, which is a USB cable. You also have the power cable, and then you get these adapters that you can use to scan your negatives. You can scan slides, and you can also scan medium format negatives. So you choose one of these adapters that you're going to use depending on the type of film that you're scanning, of course, and then you can load the film in. You'll also need to remove this cover on the roof to reveal the light source that comes from the top to be able to scan your negatives. If you do not remove this top area, then your negatives won't scan properly and then you won't, be able to use them basically. So don't forget to remove this top cover. What I usually do is once I insert my 35mm negatives onto the adapter, I make sure to remove all of the dust that I can. You can use your rocket blower or compressed air depending on what you have, but just make sure you remove that extra dust so that you don't need to really work too hard in post to remove the scratches and remove the dust that you see. All you have to do is remove any major scratches that you might find. Now in terms of the software, I just use the Canon scan utility that comes with the scanner. I just downloaded it from the Canon website as well as the drivers, and then you get different options like auto, photo, document, custom, stitch, and scan gear. And what I do is open up scan gear because scan gear really gives you the most options that you can choose from when you're scanning. The dust removing software, you can also change the tonality through the the curves. You can add sharpening, which I really don't recommend you do. You should do that after the fact, but if you don't want to really edit your photos after the fact, then you can do all the adjustments here, which is really nice. After this, you just press scan, wait for the images to show up in whichever folder you choose, and then you're good to go. From here, you can transfer those photos into Lightroom or open them up with Photoshop to do any other adjustments that you might want to do. So that's it guys, that is the CanoScan 9000F Mark II scanner. I hope you guys learned a lot. If you guys want a scanner that's good enough for web uploads, which is what I'm going to do, then this scanner is good enough for that. But if you're really going to try to do maybe big prints, gallery prints, something like that, this scanner won't really provide the resolution that you want. But again, for web uploads, this scanner is just fine, and that's what I'm going to be using it for. So that's it guys, that's it for today's Film Friday video. If you guys like the video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you guys in the next one.